Welcome to the Angels in Politics broadcast. Of course, I am your host, the White Collar Goon, the Angels. I can't say I'm the angel, but I am the creative and artistic manifestation of Angels in Politics. All right. Have you had your breakfast? I know it's a little late in the morning. It's close to the afternoon, but don't break your fast. At least not right now. You look like you're almost there. So just continue with the day. And I know somebody might be like, "Look at you! Like you're drinking coffee. You're drinking coffee, and you're talking about breaking your fast. That's almost the same thing. That's equivalent." You could be right. What I want to talk about is your spectrum. All right, spectrums concerning anything. Right. I am going to have some type of conversation with one of my dear friends, close friends, colleagues, someone a part of my church family from years ago whenever I was growing up, adolescence, so to speak. Not so to speak, really. And we're going to be talking about just the maturation or that process of evolvement and involvement, mentally, physically, spiritually, throughout the past, I would just say decade, and to me it's been a decade of angels, a decade of angels, but it's also been, a decade of politics. And within politics, you have to interface with real life situations, and it's up to you based on your perspective to call them demons or devils or unfortunate circumstances. But really, these are learning experiences. This is something that is a necessity for you to interface and interact with and encounter early. Maybe not too early, maybe when you're not 4 years old, of course, but there's some things that need to happen to you for you to understand in the future the steps of this type of behavior, so to speak. Or to give an example, you need somebody to take some money from you, or you need to have been a victim of a certain circumstance, maybe financially or physically, and this is upsetting, of course, but or maybe you need to visually see somebody get beat up or hurt, or you need to physically be in an environment whereby you witnessed or heard of or physically encountered a unfortunate situation. And because of the impact of that life event, you now have improved your system of synthesis. You have now improved the way you operate, not because you're anxious now, not because you're overly cautious now. It's just because you have refused to let that happen twice, right? So you have now gathered knowledge, you have encoded, you have decoded, and now your decision making has improved because you're not going to catch me slipping. I mean, I knew I was dribbling with the ball loose and wide open like that, but you only had to rip me one time to be like, damn, let me get my shit together. The same way I'm talking about protecting the rock can be the same thing on the pitch. All you need to do is play around, and you're trying to do some FIFA, twirl around or whatever, and you're thinking that and that's a metaphor for in life. You're just doing your own thing, and you're playing around, and you're worried about how you look. You're worried about how you your appearance. You're worried about the decadence. You're worried about that type of thing. But the whole time, life is passing you by. Life is taking the rock from you. Life said, give me that shit. You know why? Because homeboy next door, homegirl next door, somebody who wasn't claiming some acronym or some group or some political entity or some business entity, or they weren't wearing some clothing that has some name brand on it to give them. All of these people who are doing these things to give them value, to quantify their value, to exchange some level of validation so the world can say, hey, look at me because I am this person, because I'm assigned to this person, or I'm aligned to this people, or I'm aligned to this group. No. There were some individuals who were waking up early. There were some individuals who were going to bed late. There were some individuals who were out there whilst you were sleeping. And that is every single day. That was every single day. Life is about who's getting after it and who's not. Tell me, when it comes to your spectrum, I was talking to my homegirl. Most people are looking to be on this end. This end meaning what? I want stability. I want security. I have fears. That's my insecurity. What are my insecurities? Insecurities that I walk around with fear. Fear in my heart. Fear in my mind. Fear in my spirit. Fear has been permeated and now it is taken form in words like anxiety, depression, despair, melancholy, fucking anything, but let's not address it is internal. This is internal. My mind is telling me that I'm not worthy. My mind is telling me that I'm not shit. My mind is telling me that why should I go after my dreams? My mind is telling me why should I deserve better, a better lifestyle? Why should I cultivate meaningful relationships? Why should I figure out what my spiritual gifts are? Why should I do any of those things? Because I'm a piece of trash. I need stability here. I need to exchange my life because I don't really feel like my life is of value. I need to exchange my life with something that will hold me down. I need a firm presence. I need something like a job that's going to give me validation. I need something like a companion that's going to give me validation. I need something like a companion who's going to provide me with children who don't have any option to give me validation because that will be their life, right? Like I need things like that to confirm that I am important, maybe. Stability is here. There's some people who have gone to the other side and said, yo, I'm at freedom. Freedom is like, I'm free to do everything. Freedom is like, you can't hold me back. Freedom is like, yo, I am in the wind and I'm flying in the wind. I'm soaring in the wind. I'm flowing with the waters. I'm grounded with the earth. I'm on fire with the flames. No. I can tell you because, for my own personal experience, I've had freedom. I've been on, let's say, both sides of the spectrum. Right now, I'm trying to find a balance to my own personal, hierarchy of needs or my own pyramid of self-actualization, right? So I'm on my path as well. But I can tell you that freedom isn't all like cozy. Freedom isn't for the people who haven't figured out. Freedom is like, oh, people step through a portal because you were stable for such a long time. You had grown up stable. Maybe you did. You have been on this end of the spectrum, but there are some people who stepped through that portal and now they are in that foreign country, or now they are in that different state, or now they are in that different city, or now they are away from home, and they are away from their spouse, and they're away from their brothers, and they're away from their sisters, and they're away from people who know them. The real them, right? So I know people who have gone here to freedom, and what does freedom hold? It's not always good. It's not all angels. All right? So if you have your own demons, they will be there too in freedom. And they're actually going to be exacerbated. They're actually going to be increased. They're actually going to be magnified. They're actually going to be quantified. Meaning what? What does that mean, brother? Meaning, brother, if your life is shit at $300, your life will be shit at $3,000. Your life will be shit at $300,000. Your life would be fucking terrible if you had $3 million. That's what I'm saying. People are talking about, man, my shit would be on pop. My shit would be on lock. My shit would be taken off if I just had 100,000. Brother, you don't have 10,000, your shit's not popping. If you had 10,000, your shit wouldn't be popping. If you had 100,000, it wouldn't be popping. If you had 1 million, not only would it not be popping, brother, you will be hurt. You'll probably cause some shame. You'll probably cause some harm to yourself. I'm going to tell you what's with freedom. I can tell you about freedom. They gave me some freedom, and I didn't even make 100,000. I didn't even make 50,000. Well, I didn't make that much money, and I'm going to tell you about freedom. You go to freedom, if you want to get into the darkness, oh, there's darkness there, because you can access it. You can touch it. You can kiss it, and you can lick it. But when you get into that darkness, understand there are repercussions, and most people aren't telling you about that.